Officer Morris, how large is that oyster?
This is about close to a 6.5-inch oyster.
So that's pretty big.
Yeah, you can see this is where the oyster started, is in this hinge right in here. And as it grew, you can see kind of growth rings that form as it grows. You might be able to, well, not really. It's hard to show on this one, but the oyster starts out as a very small shell setting on another shell, and that's called a strike when the free-swimming oyster settles on something hard. And then when it goes from that, it'll keep reducing the shell as it grows, and then usually it'll work itself to the edge and work off. In fact, this may have been the original shell that it struck off, this piece of shell right here.
And you were saying earlier about an oyster carries its house with it?
Well, it lives in a house that contains everything it needs to live. It holds some moisture, liquid in there, and it is a filter feeder, so it opens its shell up when the water temperature is up there high enough that it can do this process, and it filters the microscopic flora and fauna, and that's how it consumes its meals.
What do you think compared to the regular, the 3-inch oysters that are market size?
Right.
How much you think they'll try and sell that one oyster for?
Well, they generally don't look at it from that standpoint, but this one would be a good one to maybe use in a box market to, or on the half shell, where the people could see the size of the oyster. But generally, they want to put 100 oysters at least per box. So this one would be a good candidate for box market, because you couldn't get 100 of these in a box.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you, Officer Morris.